everybody, happy Sunday. I wanted to pop on and share with you about what I am prepping for this week's meals. This is going to be part one of a three-part video. I'm going to be making pork chops and mashed potatoes in the Instapot. So I loved my fajita chicken and rice that I made last week. Super easy as soon as I figured out how to use the Instapot. Trust me, it was like so easy, it was confusing and hard. So if you ever need a tutorial on the Instapot, call me or message me and I'd be happy to help you. I'm still learning though, but right now I'm gonna try it again with all the stuff that I figured out last week, and I think it should be super, super easy. So part one is going to be making the pork chops. Okay, so I'm gonna take my lid off. I already have kind of thin pieces of already seasoned pork chops. So garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. So that is what I'm gonna be eating for my meat this week. And I'm gonna measure a cup of chicken broth, and actually I'm just gonna put a little bit more than a cup. They always say that you should have at least a cup of liquid. Hey Miranda! You should always have a cup of liquid in your Instapot whenever you're cooking anything, otherwise it won't be able to pressurize properly. So 1 cup of the chicken broth, and I'm just gonna lay in my pork chops, and they are like half frozen, half not frozen. And then, so I'm gonna do them on the same temperature that I did my chicken on last week. That was kind of like half fresh, half frozen. So wish me luck. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more liquid just so the meat is covered all the way in the Instapot. Now here's the kind of tricky part, is actually getting the lid back on. So few tries last time to get it just right. Oh, see, it's gonna make a noise at me when it thinks I'm getting close to shutting it properly, but I'm not. So I'm gonna try to find the lid. There we go. Okay, so it has directions for you to close it and seal it. Then I'm gonna turn my knob on the top to sealing. This is the part that I got super stumped on last week. I was like, why is it so loose? It can't be right. Like, there has to be something going on. It's supposed to be loose, okay? So we're gonna turn the knob towards sealing, and then I am going to set my time. So I'm gonna say manual. Right now I'm at 12 minutes, and I'm gonna go up, down. I think it's gonna start in just a minute. It's gonna beep at me. And now it says on, okay? So on doesn't mean that it's actually cooking yet. On means that it is basically like preheating or pressurizing. This also threw me off last week, okay? So it's gonna say on until it's actually ready. When it's ready, it's gonna come back to the 12 minutes and start its actual cooking. It's going to count down, and then it'll be done when the timer goes off. They say you should let it sit for about 10 minutes to kind of naturally cool down and vent. And my friend Miranda was sharing with me today that if you give it that time, like the longer it sits in the Instapot kind of cooling off, the more moist the meat is gonna be. If I immediately vent it, then it's gonna lose a lot of that moisture. So I'm gonna try to let it sit as long as possible, but the preheating I'm gonna say is gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes. Then the cooking will take 12, and then letting it cool down will take about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'll jump back on and I will show you the final product for the meat. When the meat comes out, then we'll throw in some potatoes for easy Instapot mashed potatoes, and then our meal will be done. So enjoy your evening until I see you again, and I'll be back later. Bye.